everybody, welcome back to Chansplaining. It's me, Chan, and here I am, like always, every week, ready to explain some things about the Cut channel. Before we do every Chansplaining, I look at the board and I see what wonderful topics they've assigned me to Chansplain, and today I have the delight of explaining to you why we're always getting naked. Go figure. I think the most cynical of you will say that we feature nudity on this channel for the views and because there's this ancient advertising proverb that says that sex sells. But to be honest and to be quite transparent, after Adpocalypse, sexual content, including nudity, has been demonetized across the board. Trust me, when we're getting naked, we're doing it for free now. Well, nudity and nakedness falls into a category of cringe that we quite enjoy and revel in here at Cut. You know, we like to put people in the studio and put them in situations that are awkward or socially taboo or, you know, confronting or transgressing some kind of social norm. And I think one of the big social norms of our day is keep your clothes on. But something kind of beautiful and strange happens when people confront that and must take off their clothes. So perhaps the best example of this, I think, is our skin-to-skin video, in which we invited complete strangers to come into the studio and hold each other and caress each other and cuddle with their shirts off.
See, I'm already going for like the hand to snuggle.
You can do that.
When was the first time you realized that you were afraid of heights?
I don't know, I've been afraid ever since I could remember, you know?
In our video, we see that touching skin inaugurates a kind of intimacy that absolutely is not a sexual kind of intimacy by any stretch of the imagination.
I think my favorite childhood memory was going to Disneyland in the family car back in '77.
But just the recognition and feeling that we're a human being in the world and that there are other human beings in the world and that we can be together in union and hold each other. Which is kind of a sweet, beautiful thing, I thought. Part of the inspiration for this video is a well-publicized study from pediatric medicine in which we learned that premature babies that routinely had human touch from nurses and other caregivers actually were discharged up to a week earlier than babies that didn't have human contact, and also gained 50% or so more weight than babies that didn't. So we know physiologically touch does certain things to our bodies. It releases oxytocin, which is a hormone that helps heart health and also makes us just feel together and at peace with the world. It lowers the stress hormone cortisol, and it even triggers dopamine release. So touching skin is good for you. The doctors have all agreed. We here at Cut asked 100 different people to do a sexy little strip dance.
Would you like to perform a striptease?
A striptease?
Right now?
Yeah. Would you be willing to strip down to your undies?
Sure.
So I think when you find that you ask 100 people to perform a striptease, it's interesting. It's like doing a survey or something. You'll see a bunch of people that are not comfortable going full Monty. You'll find some people that will kind of get a little on the edge of naked, and then there are the people, the select few, that just totally get naked for whatever reason. A lot of people were comfortable getting naked. At some people were like, wow, I can't believe I did that. I don't know, it seems like some of them actually left the experience feeling like, you know, they're more dynamic or have more sides of themselves than when they walked in. We invest a lot of material resources and financial resources to dress ourselves into the world. We spend lots of money to advertise or do kind of self-advertisement of our values, our class positioning. When we ask people to get naked, we're asking them to abandon all of the work they've done in propagating and promoting an image of themselves. And all we're left with is a person that might be a little cold, shivering there, but without anything to hide behind. What's another video in which we got naked? What? Well, we always slip take your clothes off or have your partner rip off your clothes or whatever as a dare into fear pong. My whole thing is like, that's not too crazy. They can always refuse the dare, and sometimes people do refuse the dare. But it seems like more often than not, people are actually willing to volunteer to get undressed in the studio. So I have a couple questions about that. You know, like one would be, is it because of the competition? Like, is it our pride or something? Like, do people want to win so badly that they'll take their clothes off? Or do they not care? Are they really comfortable with their bodies? Are they not, subjected to the same hangups they have about public nudity that we all are? Either way, I know all of you like to watch that stuff, so there you go. Okay, so one thing that we do at Cuts is actually go through the labor of blurring out people's genitals and their nipples. That is literally someone's job, is to sit there frame by frame, blurring out somebody's bits. But yeah, no, I don't know, why do we blur out female nipples but not male ones? It's because we live in a patriarchal advertising regime in which men's nipples are still considered non-sexual, but women's nipples, just by being present and there, are considered sexual. We don't like that rule, but we abide by it anyways because it's the terrain upon which we perform our business. I'd love to see a world where we don't have to blur the nipple and it's free. Hashtag free the nipple. Here's my nipple. Sorry, it's a little tight, I can't show you. But don't worry, we've also had a lot of male nudity on this channel, namely with Dan and Dietrich in Would You Rather.
Hello? Jim? Hello?
One of the animating inspirations or principles behind Would You Rather is to take the most horrifying, disturbing social taboos and then make these boys transgress them on camera. And of course, public nudity, a nightmare. That's the thing that we have all woken up from imagining what it'd be like to stand in front of the classroom naked or be stuck in a public amphitheater naked. We're actually asking Dan and Dietrich to walk through a crowd of strangers applauding at their naked bodies. But I think what's beautiful is when we watch Would You Rather, after they undergo that most unspeakably horrifying nightmare scenario, that they emerge actually even better sports out of it.
How do you guys feel?
We fucking did it, man. I feel good.
I conquered something.
He fucking overcame something, man. I'm really proud of you, Dietrich.
I'd like to end this with a sexy little dance. Now it's time for some questions and chancers. Are cut videos filmed in one take, like Lineup, for example? When we have people in the studio doing a social experiment-y kind of thing, we only ask them to do it once. And then we try to film them from as many angles as possible. So in Truth or Drink, what you're watching is just one big, long take. Does Cut plan on expanding to other countries, specifically the Philippines? I would love to be able to create content for Cut in the near future. We actually do get a couple messages every now and then from folks in the Philippines that are like, oh, when are you gonna open Watch Cut in Manila? Yeah, I don't know. We are always talking about potential future offices around the world we could open. We're thinking about LA and other places. And we know we actually have a huge audience in the Philippines. So Metro Manila and Quezon City are two of our largest markets for our viewers. A lot of us are Filipino too, so it could happen maybe one day. This is from Anna Chin. I want Chan and Eugene from BuzzFeed to meet and do a Jimmy Neutron / Timmy Turner special. Eugene would probably have a lot of fun at Cut, and I would probably get lost at BuzzFeed. Okay, here's a good question. This is from Kelly Dubois. Why does Cut use slow motion as the feature in so many videos? Also, thanks for making these. They are hands down my favorite series on Cut. All right, thanks, Kelly. Why do we feature slow motion so often? We don't really. Okay, so we have a series called First Takes, and that is to film people's facial reactions and micro expressions at 1,000 frames per second. So we use the Phantom camera, which captures literally 1,000 still images per every second. I think in the poetics of video, I think there's something really beautiful about opening up just 1 second in time and seeing the 1,000 constituent parts that compose it. This is from Brady Pettit. Hey Chan, big fan of what you're doing here, but I just started the video and immediately stopped it. That shirt is so boring that whatever you say has to be the literal most interesting thing I've ever heard to balance the That is that shirt. With love, heart. I like that shirt.
What shirt?
It was the shirt I wore in the last Chansplaining. Hey everybody, it's your friend Chan again. Thanks, Brady Bennett. Okay, well, I've had enough comments for today, and I think so have you. Thank you so much for watching Chansplaining. I hope you have already subscribed to our channel if you haven't already. That made no fucking sense. Let me say that over again. I hope that you have subscribed to our channel and that you have your notifications on so that you can be aware every moment of the day when we have put out a piece of video for you. And also don't forget to leave your questions and your comments and other miscellaneous hate mail below. You know I'll be reading it later. I guess I'll see you in hell. Bye.